Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tabi pun. Hello everyone. My name is Fathina Farydah Triwahyuni. NPM 1913041023. Here, I will present my material about one of the cultures in Lampung Province. My topic today is Sigeh Pengunten dance. In this presentation, I divided my material into several parts or points, namely, first, an introduction to the Sigeh Pengunten dance. Second, Sigeh Pengunten dance, a new creation of classical dance. Then the third, the uniqueness of the Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance. And finally, the fourth, is the attribute of the dance Sigeh Pengunten. Okay, the first I think we'll discuss is the introduction to the Sigeh Pengunten dance. Each region from Sabang to Merauke has customs, traditions, and cultures that differ from one region to another. This diversity is something that is unique as well as attraction that is able to catapult Indonesia's image in the eyes of the world. Therefore, it is imperative for all of us to recognize, maintain, and preserve the hereditary culture that has remained from the past until now in each region in the archipelago, including the Sigeh Pengunten dance. The Sigeh Pengunten dance is usually used to welcome important guests who come to Lampung province as a culture of respect. In addition, this dance is also often used in traditional events and often also appears at weddings. Next, second, namely the Sigeh Pengunten dance, a new creation of classical dance. The Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance is one of the new dance creation developed from the Sambah dance. Classical dance, which is a traditional dance from the people of Lampung. Because from time to time the Sambah dance has undergone many changes, so that there are many types of Sambah. The Sambah dance in today's society. In order to differentiate between the original Sambah dance and the many variants, through the regional regulations, the Sigeh Pengunten dance was then formalized as a Lampung dance to welcome important guests. Based on this function, the Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance is always placed first in every series of events. This is no one other than to show the hospitality of the host to the guests and all invites who attend the event. Even though this dance is an adaptation between classical and modern, there is no change in the clothes or customs, and all the accessories and music accompany this dance. Sigeh Pengunten dance choreography also takes elements from various traditional Lampung dance to represent Lampung's very diverse culture. Then, the third, the uniqueness of the Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance. The Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance consists of a group of female dancers with an odd number of members, at least 5 people. More than that, sometimes it can be 7 people, 9 people, 11 people, and so on. Adjust the situation and conditions or needs. Something unique about the Sigeh Pengunten dance is the property in the form of a golden box, which is carried by one of the dancers who is in the very front position. That is why this group of dancers has an odd number of members. One of them has a special role as a box carrier or so-called pepak. The property contains betel leaves that have been prepared in advance. Later, the contents of the box will be given to one of the guests who is considered to represent all the guests who come as a firm attribute. Finally, the fourth is the attribute of the dancer Sigeh Pengunten. With graceful and charming movement, these dancers wear a brackets with a cloth on the bottom and a Sigeh crown perched on the head as a characteristic of traditional clothing. The complementary attributes for the makeup of the dancer of Sigeh Pengunten include the dinar, baharu, certificates, flower malur, rocking flower, jukum fruit, jajar necklace, kano bracelets, bird bracelets, flat bracelets, earrings, and leathers, while the typical Lampung musical instrument is accompaniment in the form of a set of talabalak, or a kind of gamelan, and several harps complement the exciting musical instrument. Alright, next, about analyzing a point and giving recommendation. Number 1, in the explanation regarding the introduction to Sigeh Pengunten dance, our analysis is that the Sigeh Pengunten dance is an important thing in every event, custom, or wedding because it is an opening dance as well as welcoming invited guests. Because it is useful to recognize, maintain, and preserve the hereditary culture of Lampung province from ancient times until now. Number 2, the Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance is important and is always placed first in every series of events. This is because it shows the hospitality of the host to the guests and all the guests who attend the event. Number 3, the uniqueness of this Sigeh Pengunten dance is important because it can attract the audience to watch this Sigeh Pengunten dance. Then, this uniqueness can also characterize the typical dance from Lampung province. Finally, number 4, this attribute of Sigeh Pengunten is also important because it can help beautify the appearance of the dancers, as well as give a distinctive dance characteristic from Lampung province. Okay, for example, in an event held by the governor of Lampung to welcome invited guests and to show the hospitality of the host to the guests and all invited guests who attended the event, the Sigeh Pengunten dance was performed. Okay, conclude and clarifying. In conclusion, the Sigeh Pengunten Lampung dance is one of the new dance creations developed from the Sembah dance, classical dance, which is a traditional dance from the people of Lampung. The Sigeh Pengunten dance is usually used to welcome important guests who come to Lampung province as a culture of respect. In addition, this dance is also often used in traditional events and often also appears at weddings. This dance is a hereditary culture that still exists since ancient times until now. Therefore, we as the next generation are obligated to preserve and safeguard the cultural heritage of our ancestors. Do not let the existing culture be recognized by other nations until it is inundated by the times. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.